Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you my completed pages for the month of June 2026, and this is actually the very first episode of me doing completed pages video, and I hope it will become a regular monthly series here on the channel. So this month I reached for oil pastel more than I normally do. They are becoming my favorite art supply to create soft and colorful pages, and I'm honestly having so much fun experimenting with them this month, these warmer months, let's say. So in this video, as I flip through each completed page, I'll share with you the book I'm coloring and the supplies I used and a few thoughts about each page and what I learned along the way. And a small announcement before we jump ahead is that for the warmer months of the year, I noticed that my oil pastel sets that I own are performing so much better and they are pleasant to work with. So I have decided to do a challenge by myself to start. It is called Pastel Weather, to color basically using oil pastels. The idea is simple. Throughout the warmer months, when oil pastels are at their best for me, I'll be using them as much as possible in my coloring pages. And I want to see how much I will learn by using them consistently. And if you enjoy oil pastels or you are curious about trying them, I would love for you to join me. There is no pressure, no rules, no competition. Just enjoy coloring, experiment, and have fun as long as oil pastels are the star of your page. So if you'd like to join, please don't forget to tag me and use the hashtag pastelweather. And if you make a video, also don't hesitate to let me know. I'll be happy to learn about your oil pastels experience. So now I'll start with the first page. And I used exclusively oil pastels, and I colored only exclusively in this book. I didn't have a plan or anything. It happened very spontaneously when the weather was warmer, and I was just, let's say, swatching some oil pastels, and then I stumbled upon the way they perform. So in this month I decided to start experimenting with oil pastels, where I challenged myself to a challenge that I created called Pastel Weather, where I colored entire pages exclusively with oil pastels. However, unlike a lot of content I've watched, that I saw that oil pastels are targeted towards backgrounds. In my pages, I decided to reverse it. I colored all the details in oil pastels and kept the background to be in acrylic paint, as you can see in this first image. The image shown in not specific order, but in the order that they appear in the book, but they are colored in not that in a different order. So this first page, I used Mongoose and Art Deco oil pastels. A sped up video of me coloring this image is available on the channel, or will be available on the channel depending on when I upload this video. So as you can see, I used also some neon oil pastels from Mongoose Gallery fluorescent set of 12 colors. And as you can see here, the image is very nice. I also set the page with hairspray. Everything here is oil pastels, exception the background. So I'm very happy how the details turned out to be. I didn't use gel pens or anything, so it's 100% oil pastel on this page. Moving on to the next page. In this page again, the background is acrylic paint.
and this is going to be an ongoing theme, so just for you to be prepared mentally for that. So background in acrylic paint, the details in oil pastels. This time I used my Van Gogh 60 color set oil pastels. I felt like they were harder to work with despite the weather. They were still crumbly and having so many flakes that don't want to blend, as you might be able to see here, but they gave a very nice texture, so I didn't really mind them, specifically for the wood here of this signpost. They are very beautiful, and the texture of those pastel, despite in general I wouldn't have liked it, but given the where I have used them, they are nice. I don't find them bad or anything. It just the experience, I prefer using other pastels for the experience of using oil pastels. They are not providing me with that, but they perform still very nice. Like the image, you can see it colored. I don't think it is bad. This is supposedly was an idea for me to use foil to put the name here, but unfortunately I think with the hairspray and the oil pastel, the glue didn't perform as it was expected. So that's also another page that I completed for my own challenge, pastel weather. And now this page, unfortunately, see the edges were not clean. I used a wrong washi tape that was small, so some of the paint went outside of the border. And I'm thinking of cleaning it with white acrylic paint, but I don't know if I'll do that or leave it here as a lesson learned. So again, this page was completely colored with oil pastels, and I used background acrylic paint and set with hairspray. I colored this entire image using a mix of Paul Rubens and as well as Art Deco, but mainly Paul Rubens, and I really find the results very nice and well blended. And the experience was overall, I'm really surprised at how the page turned to be. I like followed what came to me, and it really turned out very nicely, and I like how well blended and how the effect was achieved with this result, and how fast actually it was done. Like it didn't take a long time for me to complete this page, unlike when I use watercolors or pencils, or watercolors wash with pencils, then it takes much longer. This wasn't that long, and it was a very satisfactory result for me, as you can see here. This page, it didn't turn out the way I wanted in my head. I think in my brain I had a different color scheme, but somehow I couldn't transfer it to reality. Also, again, 100% in oil pastel. This page I only finished in the end of June, like one day before the end of June. In this image I colored everything using Paul Rubens oil pastels, and only Paul Rubens oil pastels. The background in acrylic paint. I added some gold gel pen just for the knob of the door and some accent on the hinges here. And those green curly leaves I also used a gel pen because they were just a black line, and I didn't want them to disappear behind the acrylic paint, so I wanted to show them by applying some gel pen on top of them, so they still remain part of the page. So yeah, that's basically this image. I also find it it's okay. I just think I had something else in mind, and that is what I ended up with. But I'm not disappointed in it. I enjoyed it. It took me longer than I wanted, but not because of the oil pastels this time. It was because of the color choices, I think, and that was basically the challenge I had with this one. But for the oil pastels, I'm really enjoying myself coloring with them. So the last image I completed in the book for this month is this image, which was actually the very first image I colored in oil pastels, completely 100% in oil pastels, minus minor accent with gel pen here at the gloss of the oven and the edges of the oven and ventilator. I used gold gel pen, and as you can see, all the details, all the page, the background, the floor, everything is Mangyo oil pastels. This page was 100% Mangyo, with a minor exception for the wood, I think, because I have the 48 set and I didn't enjoy the browns being available in that set, so I had to supplement with the Art Deco browns, the 120 oil pastel set, to basically add those browns here, because I felt like I already exhausted the browns from Mangyo on the edges of the, I don't know, the ground or the tree, and I thought, okay, I'll do a different brown for other things, so just it doesn't blend in too much together, especially that they are close elements to each other. I don't know, that's how I think I thought of it. But yeah, that's the last image, and actually it was the first image in terms of coloring. I really am feeling very happy about the result of this one in particular, because it was the image that opened the door for me to continue challenging myself to color in oil pastels, because I enjoyed how well they did. And actually it only started initially with me just coloring the border of the image, and that was it. And a few days later I realized I really enjoyed the playing with oil pastels, so I pulled out all my sets that I have in my collection and I started coloring with oil pastels. So what do you think? And it inspired me also to start this challenge, where I noticed that since the weather is warmer and oil pastels perform a lot better and smoother in this kind of weather, I thought I'll start a challenge called Pastel Weather, where for the summer months I'm going to color mostly, not exclusively, but mostly using oil pastels to basically get the best performance out of them. Because if colder weather comes, I notice they kind of harder to blend, and that kind of makes me don't want to use them anymore. So it is ideal for me now to leverage the warmth of the weather and to take advantage of that by using my oil pastels and coloring more images. So what do you think? Let me know what you have colored. Do you use oil pastels to color entire pages, or do you only use them exclusively for backgrounds? I'm curious to hear your experience, and let me know if you would like to join Pastel Weather for the summer months, or Pastel Weather wherever you are really, to color entire images using oil pastels. Happy to be tagged and to be notified if you decided to join in. And thank you for watching my very first completed pages. Yeah, I wish to see you in the next one. And if you are curious about any of the pages and want more details, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Have a wonderful day. Bye.